In the dumpster fire that is the isekai genre, it's hard to find a good isekai when most of the shows are like a nerdy high schooler gets isekai'd, he suddenly becomes a pussy magnet, looks like a Greek god, knows everything even though he only has a high school level education. In isekai Oji-san, it's the opposite. The moment he gets to the world he's sent to, a group of men see him and they beat the shit out of him and then sell him into a circus. Because he's so ugly, they think that he's an orc. Like, he isn't ugly, but in the world that he's isekai to, everybody is beautiful, handsome, and he's just average. And Oji-san, who's the main character, he's obsessed with everything Sega, and he looks like a degenerate pervert, but he's actually a good guy. The main characters from our world are Takafumi, who is Oji-san's nephew, Sumika, who is Takafumi's old school friend. When we first see her, she looks beautiful, but when she was young, she looked like an abomination. From the other world, the characters are the elf, who's a tsundere, but the main character doesn't know what that is, so she just looks like an asshole. And then there's Mabel, whose job is to protect her sword, to defeat a dragon, but the main character doesn't give a shit and defeats a dragon without it, so she becomes homeless. The opening references a lot of old Sega RPGs, like the people who made the anime give a shit. It's not like a generic opening, and it's very creative with its battles. Like when he fights some guy, he turns into his school teacher and slaps the shit out of him and his subordinate, and it takes classic tropes and fucks them, but in a good way. Like when he goes to the other world, there's a god speaking to him, but it's just a pre-recorded message in Chinese because the god doesn't give a shit. The characters are memorable and likable, but don't expect character development. This isn't gonna be ReZero or Mushoku Tensei. And the jokes are actually funny, unlike some isekai. And it's one of the few anime show that has actually made me laugh. Not just a little chuckle, but laugh.